Hi, I'm Jackie Wilhelm. I'm the Director of Children's Ministry at Crossroads Christian Church in St. Matthews. This month, we're talking about peace. So, what is peace? Peace is proving that you care more about each other than winning an argument. Peace isn't about sitting still and being quiet. In fact, real peace, it's hard work. And when you do that hard work of peace, it's like you're building a bridge between yourself and the other person. In today's Bible story about peace, the person building that bridge was Abigail, and she was making sure there was peace between King David and her husband Nabal. Let's check out that story in the 25th chapter of the book of 1 Samuel. Remember, while Saul was still king, God decided that David should be anointed to be the next king of Israel. And well, that didn't sit very well with Saul. Saul got jealous and he decided to take it out on David. So David and a group of his friends, well, they had to live life on the run. Life on the run brought them to the desert of Paran, which is where a man named Nabal lived. And Nabal, he had lots and lots of money and lots of sheep. 3,000 fluffy friends. Can you believe that? The problem is, though, Nabal was a pretty cranky person. His wife Abigail, on the other hand, was sweet and kind and very wise. When David and his men first arrived in the desert of Paran, Nabal's men didn't quite know what to think. After all, they were used to strangers coming around and stealing their things. But David's men, they didn't act like that. In fact, David's men even helped them guard their sheep. When Nabal's men were busy giving their sheep a haircut, David sent a few of his men over to ask a favor. Listen to this. I hear that you are clipping the wool off your sheep. When your shepherds were with us, we treated them well. The whole time they were at Carmel, nothing that belonged to them was stolen. Ask your own servants. They'll tell you. We've come to you now at a happy time of the year. Please show favor to my young men. Please give me and my men anything you can find for us. You'd think that Nabal would be very grateful for that kind treatment and be willing to help, right? Nope. Like I said, Nabal was pretty cranky. When David found out what Nabal had said, well, he got pretty upset. He was ready to go to battle. One of Nabal and Abigail's servants decided it was time to tell Abigail what was going on, and Abigail had an idea. Abigail acted quickly. She loaded up the donkeys with supplies and took them to David's men. When Abigail got to David, it was obvious he was still pretty upset. So listen to what happened next. She fell at his feet. She said, "Please let me speak to you, sir. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me take the blame myself. Don't pay any attention to that evil man Nabal. His name means foolish person. And that's exactly what he is. He's always doing foolish things. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to see the men you sent." Abigail reminded David of the Lord's promise. Listen to this. The Lord will do for you every good thing he promised to do. He'll appoint you leader over Israel. When that happens, you won't have this heavy load on your mind. You won't have to worry about how you killed people without reason. You won't have to worry about how you got even. The Lord will give you success. And when that happens, please remember me. What Abigail had to say to David changed everything. Listen to what David had to say to Abigail. Give praise to the Lord. He is the God of Israel. He has sent you today to find me. May the Lord bless you for what you've done. You have shown a lot of good sense. You have kept me from killing Nabal and his men this very day. You have kept me from using my own hands to get even. Abigail chose to humble herself and do the hard and creative work of making peace. God used her in a wonderful way to create peace in a really tough situation. Just like Abigail, you can show you care about others by being part of the solution. It cannot have been easy for Abigail to decide that she was going to be the person who was going to help David and Nabal make peace. But that's exactly what she did, and that takes courage. It might seem easier not to get in the middle of two people when they're having a fight, but you know what? If you can bring peace to that situation, maybe you should do that. Maybe you've got a couple of friends who are fighting and you just know that if you help them talk it out, things can be better. Or maybe you see a group of people that are picking on other folks at school, and maybe it's time that you stand up for those people who are being picked on. You could be the way that God introduces peace to that situation. This month's memory verse holds some great advice about how to bring peace to a situation. So let us do all we can to live in peace, and let us work hard to build up one another. Romans 14:19. I've really enjoyed these lessons on peace with you, and I am looking very forward to learning more about our great God with you next month. Goodbye.